So I want to share with you something today that I haven't shared publicly at all. And it happened about a year ago where my body really just released like these last 20 pounds. And it only took, a few months maybe, and it really was effortless. So I'm going to first share with you all of the things that I had been doing before this for like 2 decades that clearly didn't work, before I dive into the very super sexy secret of what finally did work. I'm Audra Baker, and you are in the right place if you want to experience life-changing, weight-releasing, turned-onness to life in the sexiest body you have ever had. So this was a really big pain point for me for a long time because my whole world revolved around fitness and nutrition. Like, I studied it in school. I had degrees and certifications in kinesiology and holistic nutrition. Like, this was my world. I opened up a fitness and nutrition company. I served like over 9,000 people in this capacity. So I know about moving your body, and I know the importance of it, and I know about nourishing your body, and I know the importance of it. And I will say it is a piece of the puzzle, but it's not the answer. So you can go look at all of the famous fitness people and gurus and YouTubers that are telling you to eat kale and stay away from McDonald's. It is a piece of the puzzle, but it's not what's gonna actually release that last kind of protective layer that you're holding on to. So the other part that I already had in place started about like 6 or 7 years ago when I ended my emotional eating patterns. So I really learned how to feel what I was feeling. I learned how to self-soothe. I learned how to self-regulate. Like, I'm an eating psychology coach. And what I want to say is this is also a piece of the puzzle for sure. You know, learning how to feel your feelings and coming into a better relationship with food. These are skill sets. So far, here's what we have. We have nourish your body, piece of the puzzle. We have move your body, piece of the puzzle, right? And we have feel your feelings, like coming into a better relationship so you're not emotionally eating. Again, I had been doing all of this stuff for a really long time, yet I was still holding on to this kind of like outer shell, this little outer layer. And so if those aren't the answers, then you might be wondering what happened last year? How did this just effortlessly come off? Well, before I get into this, what we need to have is a little neuroscience 101 lesson. Let's go. So the oldest part of your nervous system, your primal brain, that's the back part of your brain, right? This part wants to keep you safe and alive. It's also the unconscious and preconscious parts of your brain. So that means that it's running in the background without you even knowing about it. So you can rationally be thinking with your prefrontal cortex that you're gonna stop eating junk food and you're gonna hit the gym and you're gonna eat more kale and you're gonna go on a juice cleanse and you're gonna do all these things to lose weight. But if your primal brain is not on board, if there is a sense that in your body that there is not safety in your body, you will hold on to an outer layer of protection until your primal brain starts to realize safety. So the question shouldn't be, what YouTuber do I follow to get a skinny waist and a lifted butt? The real question should be, how do I get my primal brain on board in order to feel safe enough in my body so I will start to release this excess weight? And that is exactly what happened to me over a year ago when I literally just shed, without even trying, 20 pounds. And that is my super sexy secret that I have for you. And what is that secret? I started a super sexy, delicious, conscious self-pleasure practice. And here's why this works. Because pleasure heals. Listen, if your primal brain's job is to keep you safe and alive, it does that by seeking out pleasure and avoiding pain. But the problem is that we have such a distorted relationship with pleasure. So we're always seeking pleasure outside of ourselves. So we're seeking it through food and alcohol and drugs and money and sex, all of these ways in which we're trying to feel pleasure outside of ourselves, outside of our body, when in actuality, what we need to do is we need to experience it from within. So when we start to build this relationship to our own body, this relationship with pleasure, where it feels safe to experience this, you're connecting and integrating safety into your primal brain, safety over and over and over again. And that is the key to shedding that last protective layer over your body. I know that it was the key for me. And I'm telling you, for 99% of all women that struggle with weight loss, with trying to lose weight, with not liking their body, with dealing with all the weird things that we do with food and how it's connected to our inability to really like ourselves and like our body. And especially if you're dealing with just being completely disconnected from your own body, you are going to be holding on to extra layers. And this is the key to finally releasing it. Now, how do we do this? Well, a self-pleasure practice. That's what we're talking about here. And I would say one of the most beautiful and fastest ways is with a jade egg. Yes, a jade egg practice will bring you into a very sweet, loving, right relationship with pleasure with your own body. My teacher calls it yoga for your pussy, and it very well is exactly that, because you just come into a deeper, more right relationship with your body, with pleasure, with safety around your body and pleasure. And then everything releases. It's so beautiful. Look, if you like this, if this works for you, if you totally know what I'm talking about, subscribe to my channel, share with all of your friends, leave a comment for me down below. Let me know your story a little bit. And as always, make sure to go over to audrabaker.com, because that's where I share all sorts of private, cool, fun stuff that I only share with my community. So I will see you there. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week, and I hope it is filled with a lot of self-pleasure.